Welcome everybody to our 3D market commentary. This is our weekly session like every Monday. Today is Monday 2023 and this is week 12. So welcome and thank you for joining me. We're going to spend 10 to 15 minutes to go over 5 key markets. Prepare since today is Monday. Prepare for the week by looking at those very key markets that are likely going to lead to other things in any other market, and understanding what's happening out there in those important and relevant markets is key to have a proper week ahead. Very good. So I'm just checking here on my end. Very good, perfect. So let's begin with our analysis. And I want you to know as well that while I'm going to be using lifetime charts, I want you to know that the information I will be presenting is also available in our LinkedIn newsletter. So you can find our Trade with UFO page on LinkedIn and just subscribe to the newsletter. It's free, obviously, and then you can get the information that I'm gonna discuss today. So we're gonna do a 3D approach, looking at 5 key markets: S&P 500, crude oil, gold, the US dollar, and the Bitcoin. And we're gonna start with the S&P 500. So looking at the real-time live charts. So we begin our analysis. So what do we have? Well, S&P 500 has just had a change of climate, going from blue to red. So we are dealing with a down climate, which is confirmed. So it's a climate that, statistically speaking, should progress to the downside. Something interesting to realize is that there are no relevant buy on field orders until we get to 3480. So there is, unless lots of buying kicks in, which could certainly happen, especially at the beginning of the week, and therefore new green UFOs would show up on the screen. They would look something like that, right? They would look like round circles like that of green color. So unless this was to happen, which obviously has not happened yet. So right now we are in a market condition where statistically the market is more likely going to go down than up. And if it was to go down, the buy on field orders are located at 3480. Sell on field orders located at 4041. Which means that if the market chooses to rally, there is limited amount of room until we get to those red UFOs on the chart. Okay, so this is the specific market condition, the specific scenario, looking at 2 dimensions. Let's add the third dimension, which is the volatility, expected moves. So we are talking about daily expected moves of 63 points per day, 140 points a week, 292 points per month. That is either up or down. This is speed of movement, not direction. Direction is the climate and the UFOs. The speed of movement is these particular amounts, and we know that information because we extract it from options prices. If I was to oversimplify, I would say that we reverse engineer the options pricing model, the options pricing models, to come up with this particular information. Okay, this is an easy way to think about it if you are not an options expert. If you are, as I said, it's a little bit of an oversimplification. Anyway, next market in line is crude oil. So let me load crude oil. Here's crude oil. Here are the UFOs. Here's the climate. And what is it that we have with crude oil? We are dealing with a down climate, similar to the S&P, but started sooner. The buy on field orders are located way lower at 60.77. We talked about this for a few weeks. It took a while for crude oil to kind of decide to move in a specific direction, but finally it broke out of that range, which we commented on prior weeks when the last green UFO was available here and created this move here. Then, remember 1, 2, 3 weeks ago, we were talking about the potential move for crude oil to go down. And if that was to be the case, then we would see it likely go find 60.77, which is where the buy on field orders are. So again, market condition for crude oil, we are in a down market. Sell on field orders 72.30, buy on field orders 60.77, and speed of movement, which has increased, is, if you compare with last week, we're talking about 2.19 points a day, 4.83 per week, plus 10 plus points a month, either up or down. So it's a significant increase of volatility compared to the prior weeks. Gold, even a greater increase of volatility, almost doubled with gold, with 130 points per month, 62 points a week, 28 points per day, almost double when it comes to its volatility. And this has a lot to do with the powerful moves to the upside that we are seeing in this particular market. It seems that as people were perceiving risk in other assets such as equities, probably as a consequence of banks such as SVB, etc., and commodities such as crude oil falling down. It seems that most of the money was being allocated in gold. And look at this amazing, powerful move to the upside that changed the climate to go up from red to blue. But also notice the size of those candles on the way down that were tiny compared to the size of those candles on the way up, which are significantly larger. So great level of volatility on the way up, confirmed climate to the upside, and also new stacks of buy on field orders added at 1942.5, as you can see here on our news letter, pointing at those buy on field orders 1942. And notice that we don't have red UFOs on the screen, so not available for sell orders at this moment in time. We are with an up climate and waiting for the sell orders to show up, which they haven't yet. So again, speed of movement, I mentioned it, increased compared to the last week, and that's all for gold. Next market in line, it's the US dollar. So let me go back to the real-time charts for the US dollar. US dollar going down. We mentioned it, that it was changing climate, a little bit of indecision here with one blue dot, but again, we mentioned it, that it was changing climate to go down. It is still confirmed as a down climate on the way down. New sell on field orders available at 103.89. Buy on field orders located all the way until we get to 100 something. So the buy on field orders that we discussed last week were the reason for this move to the upside. But we also talked about sell on field orders that were available, which also are the responsible for the move to the downside. Now, those buy on field orders are gone. Notice how our patented technology does not show any green UFO like the one we have below at the current prices. And therefore, the next one, it's all the way to 100. I want you to see and notice that earlier in the day, as the newsletter was being prepared, the picture was slightly different. There were still buy on field orders available, which intraday created bounces to the upside, actually pretty nice trades for intraday traders. But notice how that UFO was not of a pure green color, it was of an olive green color, which means less probability. And you can see how now the technology actually had totally remove it from the screen, meaning that our patented technology understands that the amount of buy orders at current price is basically not significant. So next relevant price point, 167 for gold, and for dollar. And if dollar falls this way, we may see many other markets to go higher, isn't it? So down climate for the dollar, 103.89 are the sell orders, the buy orders 167. Speed of movement similar to the prior weeks, 0.62 points a day, 1.36 points a week, 2.83 points a month. This is the expected move. Bitcoin, amazing market, a little bit of a teaser last week. I remember beginning of the week, we were looking at these massive moves to the downside. Next thing you know, Bitcoin is currently trading at 28,000 plus. Amazing moves to the upside after showing a lot of intensity to the downside, which led to this red climate for a while. But then next thing you know, it changed to blue. Okay, so a little bit of a teaser, because when you see that quantity of strength to the downside, you would expect a continuation instead of such a sharp reversal, V bottom type of thing on the opposite direction. Okay, but that's what happened. And by the way, the dollar going down is very much probably responsible for this. So sell on field orders way higher at 29,000. Buy on field orders located at 20,000. So it's kind of like Bitcoin is now a little bit in the middle of nowhere with a climate which is progressing to the upside. But there is a lot of uncertainty, and you can see that with volatility that also has increased a lot on Bitcoin. It was below 1,000 last week. Now we are expecting 1,400 points a day, 3,200 points a week, 6,700 points a month. That's a great increase of volatility compared to the prior week as well. Great. So we are going to talk about economic calendar to conclude our market commentary here. Before I do that, just pointing for the ones of you that are new, that haven't not ever seen us before, and you may not know what we do. So we are a trading technology company. It's all about technology. Markets are traded electronically since decades and decades ago, not using a technological edge, not using AI and things of that sort. It would certainly put you at a disadvantage, isn't it, as an investor or trader? So we are all about that. So that's why we have our apps, our patented auto UFOs, and so on. But of course, if we were not to support what we do, the technology we provide with courses, so we teach you how trading works, how to use our apps, etc. So then we will not do the best. And then coaching, which is when we do live sessions, like later today, where we have an open meeting where the members of our community will get together on our website to meet and talk and look at trades and share screen. Everybody, not only me. Okay, so again, it's all about education, knowledge, and beyond knowledge, skill, but all within the context of our patented tools. Okay, economic reports. So again, a little bit of an interesting week here. Wednesday is the day, right? FOMC, interest rates, all of these things. I mean, that's going to be a spicy day. Of course, we have other news that are relevant. Consumer price index in the UK. Other numbers I could point out as well. Monetary policy in the UK as well. So again, there are multiple things that are interesting and spicy this week. But for sure, the most important day is indeed the Wednesday. So keep that in mind. Do you like reading? Well, in case you do, we have a beautiful book that has been designated #1 new release in 3 categories in Amazon. I would suggest you go take a look. The book also grants you access to our trading technologies. So one way to get access to our technology is to subscribe on our website. Another way is to buy the book and you get access to our technologies for free for 3 months, which is a great way to learn how to use them and to practice before you subscribe to it. So you know what we do, it's what you need. Anyway, with all of this said, this is the end of today's presentation when it comes to understanding what's happening out there in the markets. And again, in a little less than 1 hour time, the US equity markets will start trading. I wish you all a great trading week ahead. And we're here to help. If you need anything, just connect with us or join us later tonight in our open meeting using our website. Okay, it's a free service that everybody can join. You guys take care. Bye bye. See you soon.